What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of This Isn't Chicken. As always, this is Adam. What's going on?
Oh, boy.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to This Isn't Chicken podcast, the only podcast that's 100% cage-free. You guessed it. It's Nick.
Yo!
That's right. And, of course, we always have...
How's it going, everybody? It's me. It's Brandon.
Yeah, I swear, I feel like they're louder every week.
They are. They stick around and they show support. You know, it's great.
And from episode one, he's the only, or maybe not episode one, but one of the first, he's the only one that gets our standing ovation every single time.
Yeah. Or are they applauding for all of us? Is, like as the group?
No, he's the fan favorite.
Is he the fan favorite? I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew.
I don't like to brag, but
They like his.
You guys said it, not me.
Hey, they like his friend over there. That's the dealio.
She's cut in half over there. I mean,
yeah, cut in half.
So, hey, but another episode of season 2. I'm glad that everyone's joining us once again. And a quick reminder, a big thing is, not only are we on Apple Podcast, not only are we on YouTube, but we are now on Spotify. There you go.
Yeah.
We're still here. Yeah, I finally did what I said I'd do, and who knew it'd only take until season 2 to get us on Spotify. A lot easier, honestly, than I expected.
What? That's great.
Oh yeah, honestly, it was a little easier than Apple. I'll just say that. But yeah,
nothing good is easy. But yeah.
You're right. You're exactly right. So, but no, for all you Spotifyers, your Spotify goers, out there, we are now on there. So make sure to add This Isn't Chicken out on Spotify. Do you guys Spotify at all?
I'm not a Spotify user, but I do use Apple Podcasts. But
right. Sure.
you do have your Spotify users. Brandon, are you a Spotify user?
Not really, hardly at all. I do have the app. I've used it a couple of times. But yeah, no, it's mainly just Apple Podcasts or YouTube.
Same here.
Okay. All right. Well, never fear, though. Spotify is here, so maybe all of us will be Spotify users, and hopefully you guys out there in Spotify land will take a listen to This Isn't Chicken. But I also want to remind everyone, this episode is also sponsored by Visalia Sportscards. Let's get a round of applause for that one, Nick. How about that? There we go. Right, Nick?
That's right. That's right. If you're into sports cards or ripping packs with the boys, you got to check out Visalia Sports Cards. They're located right in Visalia, California, and they've got everything from sealed wax and singles to supplies to keep your collection protected. And if you're not local, no worries. You can check them out online at VisaliaSportscards.com or catch them live over on TikTok.
Seriously, if you're looking for your next big pull, Visalia Sports Cards is the spot.
Whether you're chasing rookies, building on your collection, or just getting into the hobby, the crew over at Visalia Sports Cards will take care of you.
That's right. And make sure to tell them This Isn't Chicken sent you.
So make sure you stop by Visalia Sports Cards, check out the website, or catch them on TikTok. You never know what you might pull.
That's right.
Yeah.
And speaking of pulls, this weekend, we all went out on a little adventure.
We did.
Where this wasn't the main thing of the trip, but it was a nice detour for us for a change. Mm-hmm. I mean, we like to when we do this, we kind of have a routine, but we kind of got out of it a little bit. We went down to Los Angeles to see mine and your guys' favorite NWS soccer team, Angel City FC, play. But before we talk about that, we stopped at, where did we stop, Nick?
We stopped at Burbank Sportscards, everybody. Burbank Sportscards located right in Burbank, California. It is also actually known as one of the larger card shops in the United States. So I mentioned to the boys, I said, hey, along the way, there is a card shop that I'd like to happen to stop at. And I think that'd be really cool for the pod and, for us to go in there and check it out. And we did. We did spend some time in there. Definitely a huge selection. They had everything in there. They had all sections of different sports, Pokemon, you name it, they had it. Really, really cool spot. And we stuck around for a little bit. I ended up picking up a box, and then Brandon also picked up a slab, which was awesome.
Yeah, Brandon, you picked up a slab.
Yeah, he
I
did.
did.
So we had a great time checking that out, and then we like I said, we just hung out there for a little while, and then we made our way over to BMO.
Real quick, we can talk more about this card shop because it's the mecca of card shops, from what I hear. Right. Nick, did I give you both cards that I had for you? The Angel City one, and then the other, the one with LaRue and the game-winning goal. Did I give you that?
You did.
I gave you that.
Yeah,
okay.
You did. Yeah,
you want to make sure I did. So we went down there. Usually we hit. I don't know if you guys are still fans of Shakey's Pizza, but that's one place we really like to hit. When we go down to LA. And Nick's saying, "Hey, do we want to go to this card shop?" And Nick and Brandon are the card guys. I'm just, I'm in it. They're trying, and we get there, and there's a line out the door already, and it hasn't even opened yet. And then there's a line across the street at a bakery. Some guys eyeballing Nick as we park, and we get out, get in line, and the doors open, and it's like they just rush in, waiting, trying to get that Turbo Man. And there's just aisles and aisles, just kind of like old school VHS tapes on racks. Of course, they're locked up, but it's just like I'm taking a look. I'm like, wow, okay, I see. And then Nick and Brandon go their separate ways, trying to see what they want. So, what did you guys think of this place?
It was cool.
Brandon.
Not quite what I was expecting. To be honest, I think I was expecting it to be just a little bit bigger, but it was still pretty big, and I was really impressed. Like, I wasn't like, they had PSA drop off like right there.
That was cool.
Which I was not expecting to see.
Yeah.
Adam said it best. It was almost like walking into like a video store.
Yeah.
There were just aisles and aisles of cards, and it was really cool. It was really cool, and I still left very much impressed.
Yeah, reminded me of a huge Blockbuster, to be quite honest with you. Like, it had that same feel. But yeah, no, I enjoyed the store a lot. It was they had everything for everybody. If you're into cards, they had they had supplies for cards, they had slabs, they had raw cards, they had boxes. We probably didn't see everything because like I said, there was so much to look at. But yeah, no, it was super, super nice store.
It was a real nice store, well lit, and I mean, like it clean, like it was, like spotless, like all, like I mean, I don't know if clean's the right word, but I don't know, it just looked. I guess clean is the right word. I just felt that it was just enough space, like there was a lot of people, but still just aisles and aisles of cards and
plenty of workers. Everyone was very attentive.
Yeah,
plenty of help.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So really cool to see, and like what Brandon said, a PSA drop off. That's cool. It really, it like what we mentioned with Visalia. You can do a tag there. Yes. So
tag at Visalia baby.
Right. And we talked about that the last time. It's to me, it's such a game changer for card shops to have something like that so convenient and accessible to you in your store, because again, I think half the trouble with, and for me, wanting to get something graded, I don't want to go through the trouble. I really don't, but you can do it right there in the store, which is awesome, which is really, really cool.
It is.
So yeah, really, like I said, really cool store. Not 100% for me yet, I guess, just because I'm not typically a card guy. I like the more memorabilia side, which Visalia Sports Cards have, and that's awesome. So I'm looking around, and you got, like I said, Nick, the Pokemon cards and Magic the Gathering or whatever, and I'm just kind of looking around like, what don't I get here? Like, what am I missing? Because I'm asking Nick all these questions, like, what if this? I'm like a little kid, like trying to figure out, well, what happens? Why? Why? Asking why. So I asked one of the workers, like, and no, I don't think the worker really got what I was trying to ask him at first. So I had to repeat it a little bit, because I'm just curious, like, why is this card less value than this one when this one's cool looking too, but this one just says kaboom, and this one's sparkly.
Well, a lot factors into it.
Kaboom.
I don't think like anyone's ever going to be able to give you like an exact
answer,
because every card's different. Like you could have two of the same card, and one could be worth more than the other.
Right.
Right, Nick? Like,
yeah,
and you can get graded it could even get graded different, which would make it worth more. They might look the same, but they're not.
Yeah, no, and it all depends on the person, whatever the card is. Is it an insert? Is it a rare card? What is it? Because there's base cards, there's special inserts, special illustration rare cards.
Right.
So it all and you could have the same special illustration rare or a true gold, a true blue, a numbered card. It all factor. The big factor is who is the athlete or whoever the card is. That's the value. You have to think about, okay, I have the same card of, let's just go ahead, Adam.
No. Finish what you're saying. Go ahead. No, keep going.
Okay. So I'm just saying, let's just say you have a true gold of, let's just use the Dodgers, for instance. Let's say you have a true gold of Freddie Freeman, right? If you have the same true gold of Shohei Ohtani, the Shohei Ohtani card is worth way more because of, believe it or not, card values get affected during the season. How's the player doing?
Exactly.
Is he in a slump? Is he tearing it up? This all takes effect of card value. Is it the off season? A lot of times cards will actually lose their value during the off season. Believe it or not, they're still valuable. But as the season comes and people are getting excited for the new season of whatever sport it may be, that's when people really get invested and say, okay, baseball season's coming. Now baseball cards are going to be a big thing. They still are a big thing year round, but it really depends on, the player and if it's in season, and that really, a lot of times can determine the value of these cards.
Right, and I totally understand that, and totally that make total sense. But my thing is, like, let's say, I'll just go NFL. You got a Tom Brady one right here. You got another one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this one's sparkly. So is this one. This one says kaboom. This one doesn't. I don't understand why. Just because it says kaboom, but it has the same, translucent or holographic. It's the same. It just says kaboom. Why are the kabooms more than that?
I understand what you're asking. So kaboom is probably one of the rarest special inserts that it's a Panini branded card. So they are rare. So they are hard to hit. So when I mean hit, I mean you opening a box and you pulling one. So, and it actually, there are odds of, how often a kaboom, can be pulled. And it could be one every 1,000 packs. It could be one, they're that much more difficult to pull. So that, let's just say the regular base hollow Tom Brady. And then if you get a Tom Brady kaboom, when they're that much more hard to hit, that's why the kaboom is worth more, because I understand that. I get it. I know what kabooms are. And so I understand from your perspective, Adam, where you're not a big card guy, of where your confusion of like, why is it worth more? Why is the card graded more than the raw card, but it's the same card? But it's because, a lot of factors go into it. So.
Okay, well, so I mean, I guess it's not necessarily the kaboom. I mean,
we're just using it as an example.
It could say poop on it, and it's less, I mean, okay, but what if it doesn't say kaboom? It says something else. It's still good because you said it's not. It's really rare. It's 1 out of 1,000, like you said, or something.
Well, I don't know the exact number, but it's just
no.
Just
but I mean, if it said again something else besides kaboom, it's still gonna be the same thing. And that was my thing with that. I'm trying to learn more about it because I don't get it. I don't understand like how a little card signed by Ohtani is worth more than an 8x10 signed by Ohtani. I mean, again, I just don't see it. And again, I collect toys. All right, there ain't no shame in my game, and to each their own, and that's fine. I just want to know more about it because again, it looks fun, it looks cool. I see the excitement that when Nick does the breaks, and again, I told these guys before, I'm on eBay, I'm watching cards. I have 3 in my shopping cart right now, and I just can't pull the trigger. So I get it. I totally get it. And again, it was a cool place. And like I said, now that we're hooked up with Visalia Sports Cards, I am looking to see if I can really get over the hump or get back over the hump, because again, I was one, Brandon remembers, I used to save my money to buy rookie football cards back in like 06, 07, in those times. So yeah, no, I just, like I said, I just want to know more about it. That's it.
So I have a question for you, Adam, because
Yeah.
because I think Brandon might know what this means, but this pertains to cards. Okay, well, so when somebody says, when you, let's just say, for instance, you see a YouTube video and you see a guy trying to buy a card or whatever, and somebody goes, "Oh, is that for your PC?" Do you know
Oh,
what that means?
PC. Oh yeah, no, I mean, PC, I think the term is thrown around in a lot of other things. And my collection over here, again, of action figures, I have a lot of them open and displayed because it is for my PC. Like, I got one again that we can talk about whenever it comes up, whenever I have a purchase or something like this. Like, oh, I know this one isn't one that a lot of people would like. Like, again, okay, for instance, example, I got a Ultimate Warrior action figure on my shelf. It's just a regular Elite action figure. It's one that you could probably get cheap right now. And again, figures aren't. People think you can get a lot of money for them. You can't. All right, you can, but it's not a huge moneymaker like cards. But what I'm getting at is this one isn't the top Ultimate Warrior figure. There's better ones. There's 100% better ones. But as we're talking about PC, your personal collection, this certain one holds a certain spot with me because it's from a match from Thanksgiving that I used to watch all the time as a kid for Survivor Series 1990, where Undertaker debuted. But I watch it every Thanksgiving to this day. But I was born on Thanksgiving, that's why. And it was what I can really remember of him teaming with LOD, Texas Tornado, and he was the last remaining guy. So that's why I have that one for my PC. So yes, personal collection, absolutely, totally know that. And again, the soccer cards that I have are for my PC. So I guess to answer your question, then
There you go.
yes,
Yeah,
I
you
am
got it.
familiar.
You got
You
it.
know,
Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, you bring up PC, and I was just gonna say, Adam, there's absolutely nothing wrong with asking the questions that you're asking because, Nick, as you know, excuse me, collecting cards can be a very dangerous game.
It can be.
And
It's like gambling.
yes, exactly. And so, everybody that wants to collect cards or get in the cards should ask these questions and should know what they're getting into. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think one of the big questions you need to ask yourself is, like Nick just brought up, the term PC.
right.
Is this for my PC or is it not? And again, like I said, not to be a broken record, you should ask the questions that you're asking, but
Sure.
sometimes maybe, it doesn't really matter, because if something's going to go in your PC or if you like, buy what you like, you
Yeah.
know, and if it's going in your PC, some of those questions don't really matter, but you know what? Again, you should be educated. So, they're not bad questions. But yeah,
Right. And
that's one question you should ask yourself is, am I looking to make money on this or do I want to? Because I'll tell you, whenever I buy a card, I try to do a little bit of research. Most of the time it's going in my PC. Everything I have for the most part is in my PC. Now, down the line, is it nice to know, like, oh, hey, like, I might make some money off
Yeah.
this
You
if
might
I
have some
decide to
value.
sell it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter to me if it's 5, 10, $100, but it's fun to know, that I got something kind of valuable. But so yeah, you just, you got to ask yourself, am I looking to make money or do I just want this for my PC? Do I like it? Uh, One YouTuber that I really like, Nick, you and I have talked about him is the King of Cards.
Yeah. Kyle. Yep.
And
hmm
when I started watching his videos, I learned a lot just by watching his videos. I still don't know nearly enough that I, probably should, but I
hmm
learned a lot just from watching his videos. And one of
Yeah.
those things was like, buy what you like. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what it's worth. If you like it, buy it,
Yeah. It's
you know?
valuable to you. That's the thing.
well, see, that's exactly what I'm doing already, because everything I've card wise that I have on that shelf that I've showed you guys is my PC. Again, who's gonna want a you know let's see, um who can I name? The Sidney LaRue card that I got, Nick, that I got you one as well. Who's going to want that? I don't think anyone's going to want it. And I have a few soccer players up there that I got signed, their signed autos on card, and I got them for on the cheap for like $6, $10, and things like that. So everything so far has been for my PC and for just me, because I don't really have an intent to sell it, because there's not a lot of value there, but it is for me because, hey, I watch the players, I follow them. It's just a sport that I'm into. So that's why, I chose to buy those ones. But my other thing is it better to already buy them graded and opposed to not being graded?
It
I guess
depends.
it's personal preference, honestly.
I have seen some videos where people buy graded cards and right away. In fact, I watched one, I think it was earlier today or last night on, I think, Facebook. Someone bought a Pokemon card, and as soon as he got it, he cracked that thing open.
Yeah.
There are some, I have seen videos where people say, this card, and I don't know why, but they say, oh, it's much more valuable loose than it is graded.
Okay.
Depends on the grade too.
Right. Right, because then you might not be happy with the grade. But I know I do want to be like you guys and open a case that's full of these graded cards. And I mean, I have them on my shelf. I mean, I might as well have them, graded. So, but I'm watching some and I see, oh man, I have this one already, but I see this one for $50 and it's graded a 9 or a 10. It's like, should I just rebuy it, or should I just wait and get it graded by tag if I say sports cards?
Yeah.
The price is right.
Or like, again, rebuy it. I don't know, but I don't, like you said, it's a dangerous game. It's like I said, I see some appeal of it. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not, but again, I'm just curious. Again, I do what I do and I collect what I collect. So I'm not trying to knock it or anything like that. But again, just curious, and I'm sure people would be curious about why is this figure better than this one, or why is this one going for more on eBay than this one. So no, it's all the same when you think about it.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with everything you're saying, Adam. And it could be confusing for a lot of people that are not into it, like like a lot of people are. And I know a lot of people have questions about cards, like yourself, Adam. So there's a lot of research that can be done to help yourself, or to talk to somebody,
right?
Like me, that I'm not an expert, but I feel like I know enough now to where I understand, how the process works. So
absolutely. So no, a fun thing, a fun place to go and visit. I think something on our list that we would probably be back to. Nick, I'm sure you're anxious to go back.
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably be back there together sooner than later. But also on this trip, the main thing was to go to BMO and see Angel City's home opener, which we were at 2 years ago. 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago,
Yeah,
we
2
went
years.
and hung out, and you guys had your green beer on St. Patrick's Day and all that, and that was fun. And Nick, you said they didn't win last time, but this time they took home 4-0.
Yeah,
and I said 2-0. Look at that. It was just so good to see. So a really good way to start your season off, and again against a team like Chicago, but it could have easily been 6-0, right? I mean, we talked about easily.
that. They had a couple goals that were they could have easily made, and it could have gotten way worse of a score. But you know what? I'm sure they'll take 4-0 all day, every single game. So
oh yeah, have to. I don't know if here's a little fun fact, I'll put this in there. The U.S. national, I think it was under 18 team, beat a country 19-0 today.
Ooh, 19-0.
Wow.
19-0.
That's
and
pretty unheard of in soccer.
Right.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's my FIFA 26 video game right there. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's FIFA. They were FC, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. But some people are like, oh man, how about put some subs in, coach? And it's like, in soccer, you can only sub so much, Nick, right? You only have 7.
You can. It depends if it's a friendly or not.
Right.
But I forget how many subs you're allowed. And then, as soon as that player comes off, they can't re-enter the game.
Exactly. So I get it, but also, I mean, do you want them just to kick it back and forth to the goalie the whole time? I mean, I see where people would be upset, like running up the score like that, but I just thought, again, we're talking 4-0. I saw that thing today. It was 19-0 or 19-0, but crazy. But it was a fun time being over there. It was free magnet day, and I got a new jersey, and Brandon bought a hat. Nick got a jersey as
That's
well.
right. Yep. Oh yeah, he's wearing it. There you go.
He's wearing the hat. My jersey's dirty. My Giselle Thompson jersey. So no, I'm looking back to go back as always. Free food. Can't really argue with that, right?
Yeah, no, the section we sat in was the field club. So the club closest to the pitch, and with the price of admission, you get free food. I mean, I'm sure it's somewhat paid or somehow paid for, but you get the free food, free dessert, candy, free
red vines,
beer and wine,
and chocolate,
red vines, cookies,
brownies.
Brandon loved the brownies. Yeah, I know. Brandon was all about the brownies.
Brownies were good.
Cookies were good.
The
pretzel
peach
was not
rings
bad.
with chamoy and tahini.
Yeah, the peach rings were good, man.
The glizzies were pretty good. I'd like the glizzies.
I didn't have a glizzy, but we
they were good.
Yeah, we all got a good amount of food, and
Brandon was saying, my money's worth. That was the key right
money.
There.
I got my money's worth.
Yeah, Brandon kept saying, I got to have my money's worth, because he would go like, are you going back for another glizzy? And he's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like, where are you going?
Yeah.
He's like, to get my money's worth.
Get my money's worth.
And they had the the liquid death water there, and I just thought every time I saw an old person, a child
or
carrying one of the cans, I'm thinking they're drinking. What are they drinking? Modelo's?
Modelo.
What are they doing?
Like the cans remind me of Modelo. I'm like,
yes.
Wait, whoa, like
that's the
what's going on? But it's
just water.
Liquid death, just water,
just water. So it was a fun time. And again, we saw a good game. Real nice showing by Angel City, and had fun at the Fan Fest and walked around and got interviewed, things like that. So fun time, real fun time.
And I beat you in the footy.
You did. You did.
And the giant
Jenga
and the giant Jenga.
Hey, but I did win a carnival game, so
yeah.
Hey,
he did beat me in Connect 4.
He did.
I did. Forgot about that as well. Yeah, a lot to do there.
Oh, that's right. He did.
And he was the only one that won a poster.
Exactly, and he's the only one. Yeah. Well, the guy's the big fan here. So
yeah, apparently, I'm the mega fan.
The right person won.
He's the mega fan.
Yeah, and that's why I had to do the interview and all that stuff. So.
Well, I mean, you're gonna know the questions better than me. So
hey, so it's all good. But
yeah,
fun trip.
I knew my place, so that's why right away I stepped back and said,
"Wow, yeah, both of you just." Like, Homer Simpson into the bush.
I wasn't gonna embarrass myself.
So I'm pretty sure I looked at you. I said, "What that?" And it went with it, but all worked out. But no, fun trip, and I look forward to the next game. Whenever that is, and I can't wait. But other than that, real quick sports news: March Madness starts tomorrow. Nick,
yeah, it does.
Who you taking?
Oh, well, I have a little family insight, family associated with a actual college team. My sister happens to be on the coaching staff for the Arizona Wildcats. So I have to go with the Arizona Wildcats, and they're a number 1 seed in the tournament, and they start playing. They have a game on Friday. It's a 1 versus I think 16 seed. So, but
watch out.
The tournament, you just never know. That's why it's called March Madness, because there's
best time.
It's a great fun time, and I couldn't be happier for my sister, who like I said, is on the coaching staff, and she gets to experience this, especially after they won the Big 12 tournament. So no, I'm excited for the tournament. I hope you guys are all too. Should be a great fun watch.
Do you fill out the bracket like you're taking the SAT and just like no, and then you come back to it later? That's how I fill it out. I'll do one side, push it away. I never go back. I'll do like one side, and then later, okay, let me try again. Let me see if I can finish it. Fill out 2 more spots. I can't.
Yeah.
That's how I take it.
So the way it works is, you got the people that just pick all the favorites. It's if you want to win, like you gotta really like.
That's what I'm saying, you gotta think about this thing,
because there's certain games where versus certain seeds. I think it's like a 12 versus 5 or something where like the biggest upsets happen, like I think with like those seeds, like where a 12 beats a 5 or something. I don't know 100%, but it's
Right.
something like that where there's going to be a Cinderella story team. I'm not saying they're going to make it to the Final Four, but they might get it to the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8. That's definitely a possibility, and it's going to be a team. Everybody's like, who the heck are these guys? Like, and that's
Right.
but that's what makes the tournament so great, because anybody can win any day,
anytime,
at any certain time. So that's what's so awesome about March Madness. Just, it's so much fun.
I'm excited. I'm besides an Oregon Duck with this, I'm always a Duke Blue Devil through and through.
Oh.
With this, it was more for Coach K, and now that he's gone, but it's still, I always, when I was always in it at the radio station, I was always the guy running it and in charge of it. Even after I left, I was still running it for 2 years. I still have my key there, even though I wasn't working there for 2 years. And collect the money, and they'd always say, "Oh, here you go, Duke again," right? And it was funny every time someone got eliminated. They'd look at it and they'd rip it right in front of them. Day one, bye. Rips
bracket
it, right?
buster.
Bracket buster. It's done. So always one of my favorite times of the year, sports wise.
Yeah,
awesome
for sure.
I know tomorrow. You guys will be listening to this Friday. So yesterday, Thursday, as the game started, my boss and I love always watching it. We go to somewhere that has them all on, and we'll watch that and have a good time. So I'm excited. Other than that, wrestling. Did you guys watch Raw on Monday? Anyone catch that? As we build up,
I did not.
To Mania.
I did not catch Raw, but I did see Danhausen's segment with the T-shirt
cannon. The cannon, man. What do you call it? The housing can, or no, was it the housing can?
I think it was
the can, or was it the can housing?
There you go,
something like that.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah.
And then he had the single one, and he goes, "Oh, I guess it's out," and he just drops it and goes to the big one,
to the big shirt cannon.
Yeah, his segments are great. Or did you see him? There was another one. He was backstage. He was there was a table, and it had Cody's belt set out to sell at the merch stand and pictures. And he asked the guy, "Oh, should I sell these?" And he goes, "Who's Corey?" And they're for Cody. And so the guy's like, no, don't. And he goes, "Don't sign him." And he goes, "Oh, we need to get mine, done. We'll sell that for millions." And then he signs one of Cody's 8x10s and signs. He goes, "There." And then he puts on a belt and walks away. And dude, the guy's funny. And again, I'm more for him WWE, even though last week we talked about, me not being a huge fan. And I know that's Brandon's guy. So
it is Brandon's
funny
guy.
Funny stuff.
It is.
I love that Danhausen.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of the segment.
Brandhausen.
I did see a little bit of the segment between Roman and Punk, and I just caught a couple minutes of it. So that was.
I've been liking their promos. I mean, obviously the one, everyone said Punk went too far, but again, someone brought up something like Roman said the same thing about Cody's dad, and and I like Roman, and no one said a thing.
Yeah.
So again, it gets people invested. When it goes, it's like, does he really hate him? Like, is this real? And again, I just say, just enjoy the show.
Just enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
I also saw Brock get freaking body slammed by was it Oba Femi or whatever his name? Femi.
Here's the thing. Everyone's been predicting this for months about he's gonna fight. Dude, let me remind everybody of someone they forgot. What's his name? Omos.
Oh, Omos, yeah.
You forgot, huh?
Yeah,
you forgot.
Yeah.
You remember when he fought Brock at Mania at Hollywood?
Yeah,
do you remember?
I do.
I barely remember.
I do remember a little bit of it, yeah.
But that's the thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, man, this is awesome. Oh, Triple H, you did it again." Oba Femi will be forgotten about in 2 years.
You're probably right.
I said it. It's just it just doesn't work right now. I don't know why. He would have worked probably better earlier on. I do like his little strut to the ring, and how everyone. I do like that's pretty funny. That's pretty. It's cool. And he's a big dude, but he just reminds me of a Big E, Ahmed Johnson type. And I liked Ahmed Johnson, so get me wrong, but I don't see him being the face. I don't see him being a Roman. I don't see it, and I just think he's gonna be forgotten about. That's me. I don't see what everyone else sees. I personally thought Sami Zayn was gonna be the next Cena, the next Hogan, early in his NXT days. I know people like him and all, but it just didn't get to where I thought. But hey, That's how I feel about Obafemi. I think he's just. I know they get mad about using the word jobber, but
yeah, I was gonna say, is that your phrase for him?
I think that's where he's going to the job squad. So
yeah.
that's just me. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, no. I don't have much of an opinion on it, like honestly, but I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll what Adam thinks about him.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, I can't comment. I don't watch it enough. I mean, I love wrestling, but I generally keep up by watching Instagram, YouTube. That's kind of how I keep up with it. Every now and then I'll put Netflix up and I'll kind of just fast forward through who I like. But yeah, to be honest, Obafemi who, like, I really don't even know who he is.
Literally.
Right. I would have probably, when he went out there, he had Seth, and I'm like, okay, we saw it at Mania 36, I think, 36 or 37 in New York the year before COVID, and he fought Rollins, and I thought, okay, I think it's been long enough to some people don't remember, and maybe they can do it again. I like that route better, but whatever. Did you guys? I know you guys aren't big ones, and Nick, I know you said you can't really get into it. AEW over the weekend was in LA while we're watching soccer. Ronda Rousey showed up.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. And
I don't.
To be honest, I don't care enough.
I don't really. I don't.
Been there, done that.
Right, and I know. I'm looking at the dirt sheets, and people are like, "Are you surprised?" And I'm like, "No." I mean, where else is she gonna go? I mean, I hated her when she showed up to WWE. I really did. I didn't think she was right for it, and she would talk, bleep button. She would talk, that about it, and it made me like, then why are you here, Rhonda? What are you here for, a payday? Yeah, okay, you can fight and all that stuff, but this is a little bit different. So I've never been a fan of her. I don't, like Brandon said, I don't care that she's in AEW. She wasn't on Dynamite tonight, I'll tell you that much. So she's here. She was there for her 1/4 of the 4 horsewomen, I guess. I don't know what she was doing there, but she can get out wrestled by 90% of the talent on the AEW roster. I will say that. So again, that was, I think, the biggest thing of the night. So I was just curious what you guys thought about Rousey, if you were a Rousey fan in WWE or at all. I know she has that fight coming up.
Yeah, I didn't mind her in the beginning and in WWE. I definitely didn't mind her when she was in UFC. I liked Ronda. I still kind of do like Ronda. I just, as far as wrestling goes, I don't care.
Right.
Like I said, been there, done that. And the things that she said when she was in WWE or even after WWE, I don't know if it was for real or not. I don't know if it was, just part of the the thing there, if she was just being a heel or whatever it was. But I know I didn't really care for it, and I know a lot of that stuff still pops up from time to time in my feed, and I still don't know if it was real or not, or just part of the storyline. But next.
Okay. Help me, Rhonda. So okay, well, whatever with that, but AEW I still enjoy, and I know the Bucks put on a banger, and Will Ospreay's back, which
AEW is great.
It is, and again, the Bucks are great. People say what you want about them. I love the Bucks.
I love
too.
Tony Storm. I love Darby Allin.
I don't love Tony Storm, but Darby Allin, gosh, he's such a maniac, dude. Today he had a coffin match, and the guy again it started in the parking lot. He's in a car with the guy in the trunk, and he flips it, and it flips down on the the top of the car, and he just crawls out. I was like, the guy's insane.
He is
real cool, real different, as we said it before. But AEW is good for WWE and good for itself. So I'm for it. But other than that, I know we're all watching some things. I think Brandon is. I know I am. I'm watching the Galumps, and what do you guys? What do you guys? Nick, you tuning in anything right now?
Yeah, the newest show that me and the missus have started to watch, for you Yellowstone fans, I've mentioned before on the pod that we partook in all the seasons of Yellowstone and we loved Yellowstone. There is a new spin-off of Yellowstone. It's called Marshals. So
Oh, so it
we've
is a spinoff.
It is a spin-off of
Oh, okay.
off Yellowstone. It is
Right.
with Casey Dutton from Yellowstone, and he is still Casey Dutton in the news in the season of the Marshals. So where he becomes part of the U.S. Marshal team, and so no, it's three episodes in. It comes out on Sundays on Paramount Plus. And no, it's actually so far been pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit has a little Yellowstone esque feeling to it. It's not completely Yellowstone, but still very, very cool looking show. And so far, I've been enjoying it. It was announced a few days ago that there is another spinoff of Yellowstone coming out. It's called Dutton Ranch, and it's going to star Rip Wheeler and Beth Dutton, the couple from Yellowstone. We're looking forward to that. That's going to be really cool because we were wondering if either one of them was going to show up in Marshalls, and the season's still fairly at the beginning, so you never know who's going to show up. But no, that's actually what we've been watching.
Sweet. Okay, I've always been a fan. I wanted to get into it, but the one I really want to watch was the prequel to Yellowstone. Nick, what is it?
1980,
Yeah, or 18, whatever. Yeah. That because
something, whatever it is. Yeah.
I like the westerns, and Sam Elliott. He's the man. And
Yeah.
Tombstone, again, one of my favorite
Oh.
movies of all time. So
Well, if you like Sam Elliott, you might as well watch the second season of Landman. Landman is one of my other favorite shows that he's in it. So
okay. I'll have to check that again. I've been wanting to watch that first one, the western, and I'm gonna have to put that on my list to check out. So okay, all right. But Brandon, what else? What are you doing?
I mean, I've kind of been watching what's it called? Secret Lives of Mormon Wives with my wife.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna get into that, but
okay.
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of that with her. I think a new season just started like a couple weeks ago or something like that. But I just finished Ted season 2, which I absolutely love.
Great. It's great.
It's so good. I was telling Adam, I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's better than the movies. Nothing against the movies. I love the movies, but it's so good. I'm so bummed that it's not coming back.
Oh, is it? It's not coming back?
Yeah, from what they say, there's no plans for a third season. Wow. It's too expensive to make.
Wow.
Ted CGI him, it's hard.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
But this season's been so good. It's so funny. It's a little raunchier than I think the movies and last season, but I've been seeing so much about it online, and I'm really hoping that someone at Peacock and NBC is like, you know what, let's give the fans what they want and keep it going, because I know, I doubt it's gonna ever happen, but yeah, it's just so good.
Yeah, like Brandon, that's what I've been watching, and that's what I finished. I loved it so much. I started watching season 1 again, and the thing about season 1, it came back almost as, I don't remember that. Oh my god! And I'm laughing like it's me for the first time watching it. Like a lot of it, it felt new to me. And Brandon and I texted, and I told him, I was like, they're not going to do a season 2, and he's like, I haven't finished it yet. And and that's what I heard. This was the final one, but the way they end it makes it pretty clear that they're not going to do another season. And I told him, I said, I think I like it better than the movies, and I love Wahlberg, but I don't know. There's just something about seeing them in high school and growing up. It made it a little more funny. So if they do a season 3, I wish they wouldn't have pushed them out of high school so quickly, to where I would have liked to see them in school a little more, kind of doing that stuff as they kind of grow. And Seth MacFarlane said he has ideas for it to go 20 seasons. So that's awesome that he has ideas. But
I read that too.
Yeah. So I'm bummed, but I loved it.
I think one of the reasons too it probably is loved by like me and you so much is because it takes place in 1993,
Yeah.
and for all three of us, that's what we grew up in the 90s. And so, it has that nostalgia. But Adam, to I guess kind of touch on what you had mentioned, them going through high school, right? I did feel like that was a little rushed too. I would have liked to at least see I mean, I guess if fine, have them graduate high school at the end of season 2, but I wish maybe we could have seen more scenes of them in high school.
Yeah.
Maybe, or maybe more storylines where they're in high school. Like that would have been, I think, a little bit nice to see. But you also mentioned Wahlberg. Nothing against Wahlberg. I love Mark Wahlberg. I love him and Seth MacFarlane and the movies. But Adam. I had told you, I really love the characters in the series. From
Maddie's so
Susan
funny.
and Maddie and
Maddie's
Blair.
so funny.
Like he is, and even like if you watch the movies, at Wahlberg, he plays John, and McFarlane obviously is the voice of Ted. But to me, it's not like I don't even know like what this next, because I know they're going to do an animated series next, and I don't know if I can. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be great, but
I don't want it.
I'll take it. But I just
it's like
I hope
Booster.
I can
We don't
watch
want it.
Who's Booster?
We don't want it. We
don't want it.
Well, I mean, I want to see what it's going to be like, but I hope I can get around it not being John, Ted, and Blair. Like I love the three of them together. Again, nothing against Wahlberg or anything like that, and nothing against just John and Ted. But to me, after watching the series, like I can't picture a series without all of them in it.
Well, it kind of there's a scene, I can't remember if it's season 1. I'm pretty sure it's season 1, where the three of them are sitting in John's room, and I won't what they're doing, but they are smoking in there, and she goes, "So this is what it's gonna be like, huh?" And Ted's like, "Yep, every night, pretty much. It's gonna be the three of us,
Yeah.
So, and like you said, exactly. So again, that tandem of those three is really funny, and Blair being so like the way she is, it is a good combination for Ted and John. And I know we're gonna get the regular cast from the movie in the cartoon, but I read this online. What if it's just like another Family Guy? I don't know if I want that animation. So
that kind of worries me.
So again, I wish they would have just left the door open for a next season. And again, I think McFarlane's that type of guy. It's like, well, we already said we weren't, but oh well. They could, like, the narrator can come and say, "Oh, we're just kidding," or "These are the lost episodes," or something like that. I think would be really cool to insert somewhere in there. And I want more. Whatever however they want to do it, just give me more of that series. And seeing season 1, I don't know if Brandon, you remember, I said I liked it a lot more than I thought. I don't know if I need a season 2, but I'll take it. And I'm so happy that we got one, because like I said, I started rewatching season 1. My wife and I started watching season 1 because she didn't see it. And yeah, she's laughing. She's like, "Yeah, play the next one." So it was good. It was good. And again, like Brandon said, season 2, it pushes it a little bit, but it's just fun. It's funny. It's humorous.
Don't watch it with the kids,
right? But it's everything you can expect from Ted and more. And again, I'm all for it. I'm very, very happy with it, and I want more. That's all I want.
Me too.
So
very cool.
But other than that, I don't know if anyone else watching anything, movies or anything, but we can go into purchases. Anyone got the purchases?
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I have one. But I'm also watching things on eBay, and I'm thinking about doing a live purchase.
A live purchase? Here. All right.
Man.
So who'd like to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
So yeah, if you've been listening up to this point, you heard us talk about our trip down to LA, and we started it off by going to a card shop, and like the guys mentioned, I did make a purchase there. I picked up this this 2025 Topps Now WWE Gem Mint 10 Charlotte Flair card.
Yeah. Awesome.
The guys know I'm
cool.
a big Charlotte Flair fan.
Yeah.
In my opinion, she's the GOAT. And I'm not just saying that. I truly believe she's the greatest women wrestler of all time.
Statement.
What else? I got this hat.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Take it off so you guys can see it.
Yeah, that's a cool hat. I like the script.
Los Angeles. Got the Nike swoosh there.
LAFC.
It was very hot down in LA.
It was hot.
And
I told Brandon he needs to put his hat on after he bought it. I was like, hey, put your hat on. And he's like, oh, yeah.
I couldn't put it on soon enough. It was
hot.
The sun was bright and it was hot. So yeah, I picked up this hat, the card, and I pre-ordered this a little while back. And if you've been a long-time listener, you heard an episode where I mentioned pre-ordering this, and I got it in the mail recently.
Oh, yes. I remember when you pre-ordered that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
So for you non-horror fans, this is a 2-pack for the movie Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. And it features
Return of the Jedi,
Michael Myers, and his niece, Jamie Lloyd.
Yeah.
So I'm a big Halloween 4 fan. Jamie Lloyd, not Jimmy Lloyd.
Jamie Lloyd.
This here, like I said, I'm a big Halloween fan. I love the whole Halloween franchise. So, yeah, this was a no-brainer for me. It's by a company called Fright Rags, who makes toys,
really cool stuff.
Little novelties. They make cards. What else do they? Apparel, t-shirts, pajamas. Yeah, they're a really good company. They make good quality products. I've been buying from them for years, as is Nick. And so I'm really I'm really happy to add this to my Halloween collection.
You think about get that signed? That's a cool window right there.
Yeah,
nice.
You know what? I thought so. So Fright Rags, they have a Halloween line of figures that are like this for Halloween 1, and I have, let's see, I have Michael, I have Jamie, I have why am I blanking on their names? Annie, I have Linda, and they're all signed except for my Lori. I've not had the chance and the opportunity to meet Jamie Lee Curtis, but they're all signed. So I have, when I pre-ordered this, I did think if I would get it signed. I probably won't, only because I already have Danielle Harris's autograph. I mean, it doesn't mean I can't get it again, but autographs are a little pricey these days. So we'll see.
What does she cost? I mean,
doing
a lot right now.
When I met her at the H45 convention, I want to say it was $80 for an autograph.
Wow. Is that a combo?
Wow. No, it wasn't a combo. It was by itself. The photo cost me a little bit more. And that's because I got a pro photo op, and she was in costume. And
okay. Well, yeah.
It was
okay.
Sure. Though, Adam, you know how big of a Halloween fan I am. And to go to the H45 convention was kind of like a dream come true. So to meet her, who's one of the biggest faces in the franchise, I was able to afford it, so I did it. Would I do it again? I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
But
if you know Brandon, he won't do it again. That's a big decision for him. But,
that's a big decision. Right. Is that complete your purchases there, Brandon?
That completes. Actually, no. I have one more thing.
There's one more thing.
This guy has more than us.
Wow,
man.
Here we go. What do we got here?
So it's actually not a purchase. I got this today. It was given to me.
Oh.
It's this Scream 7 poster.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
It was a little gift from my niece.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
So
very
shout
cool.
out to my niece, Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't a purchase, but it was something that I received.
Is it one of those posters they got on the streets of like LA of all these artists that like my nephew's like, hey, I need that poster over there.
Want to
like,
jump out and get it?
Yes.
No.
Those guys, they've got some good posters on the streets of LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that was at the movie theater.
Tells me every time we're down there.
Yeah, that was
That's cool.
at the Maya. They had a few posters. We always check after the movies to see what posters they have, and they had
Okay.
that one, and so she grabbed a
Awesome.
couple. But well, I only have one.
Awesome.
So real
Okay.
quick, I got this today. There's a thing when you go to Target or Walmart or whatever. If you're going for something like I was going for dog food, you gotta check the figs. You gotta stop and check to see what's on those pegs. And lo and behold, they had some new basics or main event. I still call them basics figures, and got one for. Well, they're both in it, my son's, but I picked up a Seth Rollins for him and picked up Trish Stratus, which has been a little hard to find. This one's a really cool one. Comes with a hat. A lot of basics don't come with accessories, so
that one's very cool.
This is pretty cool. Other ones in the series, Penta has been very expensive and very hard to find.
Hard to find.
Very hard to find, and actually got it for my son. Made a trade of something that was in my PC and I didn't really care for, and made that trade ski. So grabbed that, and like I said, I'm currently on eBay. I got 3 cards in my cart, all soccer cards. See that. So it's a possibility I may hit the button right now, but
all right.
Purchases, that's pretty much what I got today.
All right. Well, then I will move on to my purchases. I'm going to have to switch around this camera so we can see my purchases. All right. So starting off with the brand new.
Oh, there it is. I forgot
that we have here for This Isn't Chicken. So we got a nice card mat, breaking mat here for the card breaks on the episode. So this is actually very, very nice quality. Happened to get it rather quickly. Didn't pay for any extra speed of shipping. And it showed up very quickly. And I said, very nice quality. It doesn't move around on the table. So it very nice for card breaks. And speaking of cards, and actually I have one apparel item. My first card I bought is a special insert for a box that is going to be going into my PC. This is a Donruss Downtown of Lamar Jackson that will be going into my PC. So anything Raven for cards usually is in my PC, especially players like Lamar and Derrick Henry and players like that. So very, very nice card I happen to pick up. These cards are definitely hard to hit. So instead of trying to spend, hundreds and hundreds of dollars on boxes I said, you know what, it wasn't badly priced. And I said, I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up. So that was my, one of my other purchases. And then another purchase I happened to make, Brandon, you were talking about him earlier in the podcast. I have a new hat here. We have the hobbyist hat, also known for King of the Card. So very, very cool hat from Kyle himself. If you guys never seen him, please check him out on his YouTube. Really cool stuff. Really, really gets people into the hobby.
For sure.
An absolute genuine human being when it comes to people in the hobby, and a lot of the kids that go up to him and look, a lot of these kids look up to him because he gets a lot of these kids into the hobby, and a lot of even adults too, they show their gratitude and appreciation for him. And no, really cool purchase. This is actually him as a kid that he put on his hat. So very, very cool purchase. I'm actually going to be attending a card show this weekend, and actually plan on wearing it. And then alongside the hat, I did not expect this to happen to come in the same box, but alongside my hat purchase, they did not mention that it would be coming with it. But there is a signed card from Kyle himself that they included in the box.
Cool. Really cool.
So he's got the hobbyist, and then he wrote for Kyle, and I think it's Kyle Kravitz, I think is his last name. And so, but yes, this is an autograph from himself that I put in one of my magnet cases, and really, really just a neat gift, and very, very nice of Kyle to include these in the boxes with the hats. So no, that was really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I like it a lot, and like I said, it didn't even mention that you'd be getting this along with the purchase. But Brandon, if you want to buy a hat, you could possibly they're probably going to throw this in the box.
I might have to.
So,
I mean, one of the
yeah,
you mentioned just how nice and genuine he is, and that's what's so special about watching his vlogs and just his videos in general.
Yeah.
Like they're so wholesome, and
they are.
after watching each one, it's like I want to be friends with this guy. Like he's just so genuine, and it shows in all his videos. And I can't say enough good things about him. I hope one day we go to a card shop or a card show and he's there. Yeah, so I can meet him. Yeah,
absolutely. I would love to take a picture with him and maybe make a deal with him or something like that. That'd be awesome. I'd love for that to happen one day.
For sure. And it's not just the cards, like watching his videos, it's all card related, but it just makes me think of just collecting in general.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's just awesome. And it makes me, again, every time I watch one of his videos, I feel very lucky and blessed that I can, be a hobbyist.
Yeah.
Whether if it's cards or toys or, whatever it is.
Right.
I feel very fortunate. And can't say enough good things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's cool. I see his reels a lot, and I think real early on, because again, I'll watch those videos where he's making deals, and not just him, other card guys or shoe guys making the deals. Nick like Rami, I always watched his, and then I think that led to, videos of the guy, the Card King popping up, and yeah, no, really, really nice guy, and it's cool to see the deals, and sometimes he'll be like, oh no, here, you got me on the last one, so
yeah,
really, really cool. So you'll be wearing that hat at your convention?
Yeah, that's my plan.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wear it at my convention because I know people are gonna recognize the hat, and like that people, especially in the card industry, they're gonna immediately immediately recognize it. So,
all right.
Yeah,
all
for
right.
sure.
Well, is anyone any other purchases, or is it time for?
That's it for me for this week. That was the purchases.
Well, I think it's time for a question.
Question.
I've been
the segment of questions with Adam.
The segment. I'll have to think of a cool name, or drop them in the comments, or
okay,
slide in and let me know. But I have a few. One I really want to ask, but I'll have to marinate that one for another week, and go from there. But I'm trying to think of different. You know what? Actually, I'll go with this. I saw this online, and it was on the ESPN app. And again, it could be a lot better. But let's see. Let me bring it up real quick. It was a March Madness style bracket.
Okay.
Thing, but it wasn't NCAA teams.
Okay.
It was Disney Channel original series versus original movies. So I don't know if you can see it right there.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so if you guys want to pull up I'll just send it in our group chat so you guys can take a look.
Okay.
So I just sent it. It's got and again, I think some of them could be better. Like you got That's So Raven going against Phineas and Ferb, Wizards against Lizzie McGuire, Hannah Montana versus Kim Possible, The Sweet Life versus The Proud Family, High School Musical against Jump In, Camp Rock against Cadet Kelly, Halloween Town against Lemonade Mouth, don't really know what that is, Cheetah Girls, and The Luck of the Irish. So my question to you is, if going off this list, who do you think takes this crown right here?
Did you send it?
Take a look at it. Yeah, I sent it.
Did you? I'm waiting for it to come through.
I'm waiting for it to come through.
Yeah, it's in there.
Does it say delivered?
I know.
It's
actually
right
wouldn't
there.
say delivered on our
It's
thing.
right. I'm looking.
No,
at
on
it.
his end it should say delivered.
on his end it should say it. Yeah, still waiting on it.
It's right after the Garage Dad hot dogs that someone sent.
Oh no, you're right, Nick. It wouldn't on the group chat.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's on IG.
Oh, on
it's
IG.
it's not on text.
No, IG.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys
I see. I got it right here. Okay, so honestly, probably so you want us to just go down the bracket? And
ESPN.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I want to see what you guys think about
okay,
this.
so Probably, I mean, like starting off the top left, I never,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say between Phineas and Ferb and That's So Raven, probably Phineas and Ferb.
I
Wizards
already got my
versus
winner. So
Lizzie. Between those two, it'd have to be Lizzie. Hannah Montana versus Kim Possible. I never really watched either one, so it's kind of hard for me to pick one of those.
hey,
The Proud
secrets can come
Family
out
and the
now. It's all
Sweet.
right.
No, I didn't watch either one.
But I'll tell you this: the left side's the only side that I've seen all of
Okay.
those. The right
Y- y-
side, I've
I mean,
seen
uh,
one,
honestly,
and
like
I know I've seen one, and I know what a couple of them are, and that's it.
honestly, between I'm just gonna just go right to it for mine because I'm not, a bunch of these, a lot of these I have never even seen. Honestly, the probably who would take the crown for this tournament of these specific shows would have to be Halloween Town. Honestly, because that one probably stands out the most to me, and that one would probably be my tournament challenge winner. Would be Halloween Town for myself.
Yeah, for me, I guess it's
Yeah, it was hard because the problem is I haven't seen all these, so I don't know.
so it's a toss up between, I guess, Wizards of Waverly Place, Lizzie McGuire, and The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That's So Raven is probably really more of my, well, that and Lizzie McGuire are more of my time, but
Okay.
Right.
as I got a little bit older, I still watched, and I'm gonna give it The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I
Nice.
always like Sweet
Okay.
Life.
See, mine came down to Lizzie and Sweet Life, but I was more of an on deck guy. So Lizzie McGuire probably takes
We're
this.
we're smart guy and things like that.
Well, see, okay,
Where's
again, I'm gonna have to, maybe the next one, I'm gonna have to put together a bracket for us. And
yeah,
and you
there we
guys,
go.
let
Yeah.
me work on this. I'm gonna put a bracket together. This it
Okay.
gives me some
All right.
inspiration of maybe just decom. We've talked about decoms though already, so
Yeah,
I don't
we
know if I
have.
can do
We
it, but
have.
I'll figure out something and we can revisit
All right.
that. But that
There you
I
go.
saw that and I thought, let me ask these guys what do they think. And I think some shows like you said, Nick, Smart Guy could be on there.
Mhm.
Movies, where's Eddie's?
Yeah,
Where's Eddie?
Eddie's $1 million cook-off? Where's that at?
Where's Brink and things like that?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, again, just something a little fun, but I wanted
Yeah.
to check out and mention with you guys. But I think that's probably gonna wrap it up for us on this episode of This Isn't Chicken. So Nick, why don't you tell them where they can find us?
You can always follow us on our Instagram at This Isn't Chicken Podcast. You could send us an email at thisisn'tchickenpodcast@gmail.com. You could head to Apple Podcasts and subscribe. Give us a like, give us a comment on it, see how we're doing. And you could also catch us on Spotify for you Spotify users. And then over on our YouTube page with, go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, on YouTube. If you want to watch the video version of this show, remember you can find us over on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search This Isn't Chicken or This Isn't Chicken Podcast, and we should come up. And while you're there, be sure to check out the vlogs we've posted. Last week, I know I promised a vlog from our LA trip. Sadly, I don't think there's going to be one just because while we were recording, there was a lot of copyrighted music playing in the background, and I don't think any of the footage is usable. So anyways, while you're there, be sure to check out some of the vlogs we do have. It's not many, but there's something. So if you haven't seen them, please check them out. And if you have seen them, do us a favor and watch them again. And also don't forget to like and subscribe.
There you go, right there. So as always, Nick told you where you can hear us. Brandon told you where you can see us. And before we go, I want to also remember to check out Visalia Sports Cards. Remember, check them out on their IG. All their info's there for you to check out what they do and what they sell. So big thanks to Visalia Sport Cards for sponsoring This Isn't Chicken. But other than that, as always, this has been another episode of This Isn't Chicken. This has been Adam, and I think I'm going to go play FC26. So I'm out of here. See ya.
Murph, get your hands off Shohei Ohtani. That card is very valuable. You stop it right now.
I don't know what that was, but this isn't chicken.